Please stand for our national anthem, sung by Globe University graduate Deborah Griffin.
Oh, say, can you see my dawn's early light? What so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched, were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you very much, Deborah. You may be seated. To begin our ceremony this evening, I'd like to remind you to please silence your cell phones at this time. Good evening. We are absolutely delighted to have you here with us this evening. My name is Brock Vander Velden, Campus Director of Globe University-Madison West. Those of you with cameras and camcorders, please feel free to come up at any time to take photos. We actually encourage that. We at Globe University-Madison East and West are excited to celebrate this event with you. Tonight's graduation ceremony gives us the opportunity to formally recognize our graduates for their tenacity and perseverance throughout their journey, and our staff and faculty for their dedication. Would the staff and faculty present please stand? Let's give them a round of applause. We are all very proud of the success that put you here this evening. I am sure you realize that this would not have been possible without the support of your friends and family. Graduates, would you please stand, turn and face the audience, and give everybody here a round of applause for their encouragement and help that put you here today. You may be seated. Graduates, tonight is your night. I am very excited to announce our graduate speakers who would like to share a few thoughts and memories of their time at Globe University. Our first graduate speaker tonight is graduating with her associate's degree in medical assisting. Joy Henson Walton graduated from Sun Prairie High School in 1992 after that she began a career in banking. 4 years later, Joy was blessed with her firstborn son, Alexander. She continued to work hard in banking, but barely made ends meet. In 1997, she got married and opened an in-home daycare, and by 2002, her family had grown to include two more sons, Sawyer and Dylan. Her daycare was in operation for 12 years, but shortly after her boys became school age, Joy decided it was time to re-enter the workforce. In January of 2010, she started her medical assistant degree at Globe's East Campus. Later that year, she also began a part-time job at Dean as a scheduler. Since then, Joy has been successfully balancing school, family, and work. Tonight, she is proud to be graduating with honors. Congratulations. And has already begun her career as a medical assistant at Dean. Please help me welcome tonight's Madison East graduate speaker, Joy Henson Walton.
As I stand here and see the faces of my family, friends, fellow graduates, and faculty, I am again reminded of the magnitude of what we all have accomplished. You've accomplished something quite remarkable. Have you reflected on your journey on how you've gotten here? If not, I would encourage you to spend the time to take it all in. Looking back on the road that led me to this moment, I reflect on when I was back in high school. It was a time that I truly didn't take my education seriously. I was one that kind of felt my social life was a little bit more important, as my family would know. Ladies and gentlemen, my mother. Over the years, I came to realize just how much I was afraid of failing. I refused to participate in discussions. I wouldn't even do a speech, as I was afraid of getting up in front of people, let alone raising my hand to answer a question because I was afraid of giving a wrong answer. I know some of my classmates, and even a specific instructor, would probably find it hard to believe that I was the quiet one back in the day. Once I made the decision to go back to school, I was very excited to begin a path to a great career. I knew I would have to make some tough decisions on how to balance school with my already hectic schedule and my family needs. And then the anxiety and fear set in as to what I had ahead of me. I was putting myself into a situation where I would only have to study. This again was not my forte. Not sure if I even knew what this was. Taking tests, again, not something I was even good at. And I would be expected to learn new skills and perform them in front of my instructors and peers. What was I thinking? Once I got past the flurry of the anxiety and fear, I made the decision to be the absolute best graduate and medical assistant that I could be. Over the next 3 years, tissues in hand, everybody knows me well. Over the next 3 years, I pushed myself more than I ever thought I could have imagined. I came to demand the excellence of myself, and I would settle for nothing less. My dedication to school is one of the best things that I have ever done for myself. But I did not realize this success alone. I would not be standing here today. And if it was not for my family, they believed in me when I didn't even believe in myself. They stood behind me, they motivated me, and were more than willing to let me practice on them whenever I needed to. Blood pressures, ECGs, whatever I could come with, to come home and practice. My husband was even kind enough to come and do blood draws, which again he was not too pleased with, but he came and did it. And then I came to Globe, and attending Globe was such an amazing experience. I learned educational opportunities are easy to find, but what you take away from those opportunities is entirely up to you and what you make of it. I found that Globe was more than just a school. It was a family. The faculty and staff learned how much everyone wanted to succeed and would do anything to help us get to where we wanted to be. The instructors were our biggest cheerleaders, pushing us to our limits at times, but this was to make us the best at what we were capable of. One instructor particularly gave so much of himself, support, encouragement, and high expectations that he knew we could reach. This made me prepared going into my externship and making my experience. I made use of every opportunity that I could and that was available to me. The willingness to take full advantage of my externship as a learning opportunity significantly contributed to my not only landing a job, but a career as a medical assistant. I'm sure all of you have similar stories as mine to get you where you are sitting today. The blood, sweat, and tears are all worth this moment, and many more moments that are yet to come. In closing, I'd like to give you the 5 guiding principles I use so you can make the best of life's journeys. Work hard at what you do and get out of your comfort zone. You will grow significantly. Mistakes are opportunities. Learn from them, apply what you've learned, and move on. You're better than average and demand better than average of yourself. Appreciate your loved ones and rely on them. They will pull you through all the tough times. And remember to laugh, smile, and take time to celebrate your success.
Thank you, Joy. Our second graduate speaker this evening is graduating with her diploma in massage therapy. Gwendolyn Darden is from Madison, where she resides with her husband, 5 children, and 1 niece. She recently completed her externship in Elements Therapeutic Massage and passed her national exam this week. Congratulations. In the future, she plans to start a business that focuses on providing massage to less fortunate individuals at an affordable price. Here's what Jessica Boggs, Massage Therapy Program Chair, had to say about Gwendolyn. Gwendolyn has always approached her coursework with grace, excellence, and a positive attitude. Being in school was the time in her day that truly belonged to her. And it made us all realize that we have the power to choose our own attitudes about the challenges before us. We could make it difficult, or we could make it time well spent. She's a wonderful role model for her kids, our students, and future massage therapists. Please help me welcome our Madison West graduate speaker for the evening, Gwendolyn Darden.
As I look at all the people graduate today, I see many different stories. Sitting here today, you may be single mothers, single fathers, newly married, newly divorced, or even new parents. But today, all I see is people that have succeeded in what they put their mind to. I, just like everybody, have a story. My story started 13 years ago when I found out at the age of 16 that I was pregnant. I felt that I would not be able to accomplish my dreams. I felt my life was over. But, to my surprise, it had just begun. I can't take the credit for standing here today. I have my parents to thank because it was them that told me that being pregnant at a young age does not change anything, and that I was still capable to finish school and do something with my life. With that, I knew that they would not let me fail, and they would keep pushing me to succeed. Before Before high school graduation, I received my CNA license and graduated with a job making over $10 an hour. Not bad for a single teenage mother, right? I did CNA work for years, and at that point in my life, I was happy. But then 5 children and a husband later, we were just scraping by, and I knew that I could do more in my life. School was my only option. Being a mother to 5 children and a wife, I was working full-time to help support my family and had no idea where to find a school or what I even wanted to go to school for. But 3 years ago, I was helping a friend out at an event, and I ran into a Globe University enrollment counselor. And about a week later, I was signing up for my classes, and my new career was starting. Starting school was especially hard with a family to take care of. I never knew how much I'd be affected and how many wonderful people I'd meet. From the lovely teachers at both West and East, to all my newfound friends that have helped me on my way. All these relationships have helped me to see that I'm not the only one going through stuff. Just being around such a wonderful group of men and women that did not judge me made me want to come to school and learn. I struggled through the first 2 quarters, but once I got to put my hands on someone and massage for the first time, oh, I knew then, and only then, that this was what I was supposed to be doing. I do believe that going to Globe was one of the best choices I could have made in my life, and at just the right time. I love that I could get the help that I needed just by asking. I love this school, that this school is so small. I know everybody by name, or at least what they do at Globe. I also love all my fellow students just walking around. Everybody's always happy going to and from classes. I have not at any one time felt like I was just another student or just another number. I always felt welcome and appreciated by all the staff and everyone at Globe, and I will miss that. It has taken me hard work and long nights in class and outside of class, picking up the kids from school, taking them to grandma's and auntie's house, and they have had some long nights as well. But, as we all know, nothing comes without sacrifice. I know that when my children see me complete school and be successful, they will know that even though life is challenging, you can still succeed. And today, with my family looking on, I've made it. Today is the day. But this day would not be complete without my recipe for learning. I wrote this as a single teenage mother of my son. I hope you enjoy. For success in learning, you will need 6 to 8 children. Step 1, read to the children. Help them expand their imagination. Step 2, explore with the children. Take them to a pond. Look at things. Step 3, let the children have crayons, markers, and paint. Let them be creative. Step 4, continue steps 1 through 3 for 13 years. We'll give them 2.5 months off a year each year, preferably June, July, and August. Step 6, let them go free and grow more on their own. Encourage them to expand their education, preferably college. To successfully complete, dress the children, now men and women, in a blue gown, and give them a blue square hat with a tassel in the middle, and give them a diploma. After that, you and your child should feel accomplished. It has been 12 years since I have written my recipe, and it's now time to serve. And boy, oh boy, do I feel accomplished. Congratulations, fellow graduates, and best of luck.
Good evening. My name is Rocky Klitsky, and I'm the campus director at the Globe University-Madison East campus. Let's give our graduate speakers one more large round of applause. It is my honor at this time to introduce this evening's keynote speaker, Lynn Pilch. Lynn Pilch is one of the principal owners of Pilch & Barnett, full-service marketing and public relations firm based in Madison, Wisconsin. Sharing information and encouraging others to grow their businesses and organizations through intelligent marketing is something that Ms. Pilch loves to do. Lynn also loves to dance and turn that love into a business by starting Dance Fabulous, a drop-in dance studio in downtown Madison. In 2011, Lynn began her role as a strategic marketing director for Coors Superfoods, bringing her marketing savvy and interest in making health and fitness fun and accessible to everyone to the Cure team. Ladies and gentlemen, Lynn Pilch.
Hi everyone. So when I got asked to be the keynote speaker for your graduation, I thought, oh my god, these poor guys, this is like the worst keynote speaker ever. Who is this person and why is she talking today? And now, as I'm sitting here listening to those last two speakers and the national anthem, I'm thinking, I really don't have that much to tell you guys because they really said it all. But since I have been asked, and I do like to fulfill my duties as and responsibilities, I will go ahead and give you my keynote speech for tonight, and perhaps you'll learn a few things from me like I've learned from you. Like apparently I need like 6 to 8 more kids, which that's what I'm working on. Just to tell you just a little bit about myself, which, you know, Rocky did such a great job, and you know, really sound important. I think there's a few things that you should know that I think we have more in common than you would maybe think at this moment. One, when I started my first business, Pilch & Barnett, I was 25, and the reason I started it was because I absolutely hated the job I currently had. So I'm kind of curious, how many of you decided to go to Globe University because you hated the job you had? Hands? Yeah, it's amazing the motivation that you feel when you have a job where every hour is painful. And you look at the clock and spend 5 minutes. And you drink water so you have a reason to like get up and go to the bathroom. That's maybe TMI, but that was my life. It was crazy. So I started that at 25. What skills did I have to start an ad agency? I had friends who had skills, and that's how I started an ad agency. So I don't have design skills myself. I fancy myself a writer, but you know, we'll see. And I also, you know, can talk to people and felt like I could maybe plan strategies for them, mostly because I'm bossy. So kind of turn that into a business model. And at some point in your life, you just sort of feel like, if I don't bet on me, nobody else will, and I'm just going to go for that. So that's how the first business started. The second business started with when I turned 30, and I had what would probably be described as a midlife crisis if I die at 60, or an early life crisis if I live too longer. So I'm curious, how many of you just sort of were looking at your life and you thought, what am I doing? What is my life about? My life is terrible. I need to fix this immediately. Show of hands. That's how you ended up at Globe. Yeah, I get that. I get that. And so for me, the way that I problem solve is I think, I will start a new business, which is random and maybe shouldn't be used by everybody, but that's what works for me. And at that point I thought, nothing is really making me that happy, but boy, I like to dance. And maybe if I started a dance studio, other people who are also kind of hating their life will have 1 hour a week or 2 hour a week when they find something that they love, and that can be their outlet. And that's how Dance Fabulous started 5 years ago. And then a couple of years ago, a friend of mine said, hey, we're starting this business. Would you be interested in helping us out with some of the marketing? And we're starting a food product, and I know you don't know anything about food products, but is that something you'd be interested in helping us out with? And at that point, you know, I was just kind of bored. I was just kind of cocky and feeling like, you know, I want to take on one more thing. And there's like that part in your brain that says maybe you shouldn't take on one more thing, but you just decide to ignore that part in your brain and you think, nah, I'm going to do that. So how many of you were just not busy enough and thought, I'm going to go get a degree? Hands. Yeah, well done. So we have a lot in common, right? Unhappy in our jobs, sort of looking around at our life and feeling, oh, not sure what we're doing, or just looking for that challenge, looking for something else. And starting those businesses is what I did. And I'm curious to see what you guys are going to do as you take your diplomas from Globe University. Walking through this, these are my little pieces of advice. Now I have 2 sisters, so there's 3 of us. And I have one sister who's super cheap, like, whoa, cheap. Anybody else have a whoa, that's a cheap sister? Anyone? Anyone? How cheap is she? Let me tell you how cheap she is. She doesn't give us presents. She gives us, get ready for it, a gift of a challenge. Yeah, so it's Christmas and you're like, hey, Holly, what'd you get me? And you open a card. Your challenge is to read more books. Awesome! Thanks, Al! Gift of a challenge. So this is your takeaway. You can just be super cheap and get away with this for many occasions as you go on into life. Gift of a challenge. So today, I'm giving you 3 gifts of challenges. The first, as you go out with your Globe University degree, and you're thinking, yeah, I'm not really sure what I'm going to do with it. My first gift of the challenge to you is believe in yourself and trust what your gut tells you to do. There was a moment when you made the crazy decision to spend the cash, take the time, and enroll in Globe, right? And I bet if you think back to that moment, part of you knew that that was an amazing decision, and part of you was like, that might be the worst decision ever, right? But there was something in your head that said, you know what, I'm just going to go ahead and do this. And then you continued with that decision every single day that got you here. And when you start to think back on the number of times you had a paper due, but you had a sick kid. And I know some of you were working part-time jobs while you were at Globe, maybe full-time jobs. And you had to go to work, but you knew you had a test coming up and you had to stay up ridiculously late and pound caffeine and Red Bull like there's no tomorrow, and you didn't, right? Or when you got asked to take on an internship and you're like, really? An internship on top of my studies plus all of the things that I'm responsible in my everyday life, and yet you did it? That's because you believed in yourself. You knew that at the end of this you were going to be fine, and I'm telling you today, you're going to be fine. You're going to be fine. Because you know in your heart that you're the best person for the job. And you just needed to have that training to get you there. So my first gift of the challenge is when you start to feel a little bit down, remember this day, and remember the day that you made the decision to go to Globe. My second gift of the challenge to you was actually echoed by one of the other speakers, and that's to trust in others. Because at those times when you had to study late, and you had to have a friend, a parent, a husband watch your kids for you, because they're not going to watch themselves. Why don't they watch themselves? What, kids? Is that what TV is for? Yeah. You had to rely on somebody, right? Somebody else had to. Your car breaks down. You still got to get to class. You got to make that phone call. You had to trust in somebody else. When I started my business, I didn't even know what business was. I didn't know my business, I didn't know my industry, I didn't know any of it. But at least I was smart enough to ask the right people. You always find those certain people who are just waiting to give you not just advice, but sort of that all-access pass that is really hard to get. You know, asking the person who doesn't get asked their take on things. The person who knows everybody in the building and can tell you, well, if you really want to get something done, you got to go talk to her. They think you got to go talk to this guy, but you actually go talk to her, right? You make friends with those people. You trust what they have to say, and you hang on to that. And my third gift of the challenge today is to not be afraid to fail, but also don't be afraid to win. My dad is a basketball coach my whole life. 40-some years he's been coaching. And on game nights, I would stay up with him and we'd watch TV, and he would talk, sort of rehash the game. Oh, I should have called that timeout just a minute earlier. Oh, I should have switched to a zone. Oh, why didn't I pull this kid? And mostly I just like to stay up late and watch TV. But I got to learn a lot by sitting and listening to him talk about the game. And the thing that stuck with me the most were the nights where we lost. And he said the reason we lost wasn't because we weren't the best team, or we had the worst plays, or we didn't have the hot hand. It was because the kids were afraid to be winners. They didn't know how that felt. And I grew up in a very rural area in Wisconsin. And if you're a winner, it kind of separates you out from the rest of the group. If you're a winner, you might not necessarily fit in with your family. No offense, families over here. I'm not fitting with that anymore, right? You might have friends that you just don't have that much in common with. You might have to be that person that everyone expects more of. They might make you responsible for things that you don't feel you should be responsible for, but by proxy, it's you. You might be the person they asked to borrow 20 bucks from at some point, right? So being the winner is not always the best place to be. Sometimes it's more comfortable to be sort of in the middle. I'm challenging you today that when you made the decision to go to Globe University and get your diploma, you wanted to be the winner. You wanted to be here, sitting here, walking across the stage, getting your diploma, and at this moment knowing you accomplished something against all the odds, things that I could not even know that you've been through. You did it. And you walked up here. You believed in yourself, you trusted in others, and you weren't afraid to be the winner. So, as you get your diplomas today, my gift to you is to hang on to those three things. And if this day becomes a challenge to recall, you move on, life keeps going, when you pay your Globe University check every month that you gotta pay, because that's coming, that's an excellent time to remember this moment, right? Yes, I'm a winner. I believe in myself. I trust in others, right? Every time. Sign your name. Think of today and what you did to accomplish that. Congratulations to the class of 2013. Very inspired by your very.
Well, now comes the moment that everyone has been waiting for, the presentations of the diplomas to our graduates. Presenting the diplomas this evening, Madison East Dean of Students, Krista Hebo.
Thank you. As we ask graduates to join us on stage, I will recognize graduates who are unable to join us for this special occasion. We also welcome graduates this evening from Globe University's online division. Will Emily Olson, Program Chair for Accounting at Madison East and Madison West, please join us at center stage. At this time, I would ask our accounting graduates to come forward. Graduating from Madison West with an Associate's in Applied Science degree in Managerial Accounting, graduating with honors, Mark Diebel. Graduating with high honors, Erica Healy. Will Rick Mason, Program Chair for Business at Madison East and West, please join us at center stage. Oh, sorry, never mind. Emily will stay. At this time, I would ask our business graduates to come forward. Graduating from Madison West with an Associate's in Applied Science degree in Business Administration, graduating with honors, Krista Conley. Graduating from Madison East with a Bachelor of Science degree in Business Administration, graduating with honors, Donald H. Wilkin, who is unable to join us this evening. Will Scott McElroy, Program Chair for Criminal Justice at Madison West, and Wayne Strong, Program Chair for Criminal Justice at Madison East, please join us at center stage. At this time, I would ask our criminal justice graduates to come forward. Graduating from Madison West with an Associate's in Applied Science degree in Criminal Justice, graduating with honors, Shelley Carpenter. Deborah Griffin. Lacey Pistina. Graduating with honors, Stevie Vorderman. Graduating with honors, Kevin Ziegler. Graduating from Globe University-Madison East with a Bachelor of Science degree in Criminal Justice, graduating with honors, Tammy Zal. Graduating from Madison West with a Bachelor of Science degree in Criminal Justice, Tanisha Spinks. Will Judy Buckstein, Medical Assistant Externship Coordinator at Madison West, please join us at center stage. At this time, I would ask our healthcare management graduates to come forward. Graduating from Madison East with a Bachelor of Science degree in Healthcare Management, graduating with honors, Alicia Lazinski. Will David Walker, Program Chair for Health Fitness Specialist at Madison West, please join us at center stage. Graduating from Madison West with an Associate's in Applied Science degree in Health Fitness Specialist, Lauren DiCarlo. Will Dee Collette, Program Chair for Information Technology at Madison East and West, please join us at center stage. At this time, I would ask our Information Technology graduates to come forward. Graduating from Madison East with an Associate's in Applied Science degree in Information Technology, graduating with honors, Angela Davis. Graduating from Globe University Online Division with an Associate's in Applied Science degree in Information Technology, Andrea Kiskin. Will Jared Wald, Program Chair for Interactive Media and Graphic Design at Madison East, please join us at center stage. At this time, I would ask our Interactive Media and Graphic Design graduates to come forward. Graduating from Madison East with an Associate's in Applied Science degree in Interactive Media and Graphic Design, Lynn Weitzer. Will Jessica Boggs, Program Chair for Massage Therapy at Madison West, please join us at center stage. At this time, I would ask our massage therapy graduates to come forward. Graduating from Madison West with a diploma in massage therapy, Gwendolyn Darden. Graduating from Madison West with an Associate's in Applied Science degree in Massage Therapy, Daniel Fox. Deborah Hedrick.
Oh yeah! She's crying.
Graduating with high honors, Kira Work Cribino. Will Dan Goblin, Medical Assistant Instructor at Madison West, Judy Buckstein, Externship Coordinator for Medical Assistants at Madison West, and Kara Guglielmo, Program Chair for Medical Administrative Assistants and Medical Assistants at Madison East, please join us at center stage. At this time, I would ask all of our Medical Administrative Assistant and Medical Assistant graduates to come forward. We will announce the Medical Administrative Assistants first. Graduating from Madison West with a diploma in Medical Administrative Assistant, graduating with honors, Janelle Adler. Lisa M. Christensen. Graduating from Madison West with a diploma in medical assistant, graduating with high honors, Lori J. Hartbaum. Debbie Lee. Graduating with honors, Tracy Cooper Wentz. Graduating from Madison East with an Associate in Applied Science degree in Medical Assistant, Tracy L. Brown. Graduating with honors, Joy Henson Walton. Angela Kreklow. Shane Scorley. Graduating with honors, Cassandra Wedding. Graduating from Madison West with an Associate's in Applied Science degree in Medical Assistant, Tracy Ehrenberger. Diane Leffler. Graduating with honors, Lori McGranahan. Graduating with honors, Brianna Zabel. Will Jim Brandmeier, Program Chair for Music Business at Madison East, please join us at center stage. At this time, I would ask our music business graduates to come forward. Graduating from Madison East with an Associate's in Applied Science degree in Music Business, Elise Call. Christopher Lanners, who is unable to join us this evening. Will Heather Withiewski, Program Chair for Veterinary Technology at Madison East, Katie Olson, Program Chair for Veterinary Technology at Madison West, and Dr. Megan Jordan, Doctor of Veterinary Medicine at Madison East, please join us at center stage. At this time, I would ask all of our veterinary technology graduates to come forward. Graduating from Madison East with an Associates of Applied Science degree in Veterinary Technology, graduating with high honors, Jessica Baumgartner. Connie S. Fleming. Kim McLeod. Graduating from Madison West with an Associates in Applied Science degree in Veterinary Technology, graduating with honors, Kaylee Hansen.
Conferring the degrees this evening is Madison West Dean of Faculty, Dr. Kimberly Spricker.
Diploma candidates, please rise. Diploma? Yep. If you have a diploma, stand up now. Awesome. This 28th day of March in the year 2013, in the public recognition of the successful completion of your diploma program, please move your tassel from right to left. Congratulations. Associate's degree candidates, please rise. Globe University, with the full recommendation of its president and faculty, and by virtue of the authority vested in us by the state of Wisconsin, confers upon you the degree of Associate of Applied Science, with all its rights, privileges, and obligations, given this 28th day of March in the year 2013. Please move your tassel from right to left. Bachelor's degree candidates, please rise. With the full recommendation of the president and faculty,
along with successful completion of all criteria required, and by virtue of the authority vested in us by the state of Wisconsin, Globe University confers upon you the Bachelor of Science degree with all its rights, privileges, and obligations. Given this 28th day of March in the year 2013, please move your tassel from right to left. Congratulations.
Graduates, please stand and face the audience. On behalf of Globe University, I would like to present to you the graduating class of Winter Quarter 2013. I would like to thank everyone for joining us this evening. At the close of our ceremony, please remain seated until the graduate recessional is completed. I would like to invite everyone to stay after the ceremony for cake, which is up to my left, and refreshments. I'd like to thank the graduation committee for all of your efforts in planning the events. A big thanks goes to Deborah Griffin, who did a fantastic job with the national anthem this evening. I'd like to thank our student speakers, Joy Henson-Walton and Wendolyn Darden. And also thank you to our keynote speaker, Lynn Pilch. Congratulations to our graduates, your family and friends, your support system for helping you reach your goal. You have accomplished something truly fantastic and something that nobody will ever be able to take away from you, and you should be extremely proud of that. I welcome everyone to stay and take plenty of photos after the recessional. We will also have the veterinary technology pinning ceremony after this ceremony. Lastly, enjoy this balmy spring evening and have a great night.